nation's capital as we join you from Northwest Stadium in Landover, Maryland. Today it's an early season divisional matchup in the NFC East, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Washington Commanders. The kicker, Jake Bates, ready to get this one started. And off we go in our nation's capital. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. At the 32-yard line. Throwing his dart. Shakir hauls it in. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. There you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
A first down carry for Henry. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. Officially, they'll call that a 9-yard pickup there, so it leaves him in a good spot. 2nd and inches for it coming. Here's Dart. Evans has it left side. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Henry up the middle. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
And that's the big fella's M.O. right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
From the gun, Dart. This one caught by Kittle. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
To throw is Dart. The same target, same result. It's Kittle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4-4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Derrick Henry, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Giants are on the board here first in the season opener. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. Purdy will set up to throw it here. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 25-yard line.
From the 25, here's 2nd down and 7. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
Washington, first down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Here's Pacheco once again. And he's got room. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 40 yards rushing for him now. What a drive for him to kick off the new season. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. 2nd and 10. Here's Purdy. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Draymond Jones.
10 yards on the play.
Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Giants are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they're getting blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
It may be only a gain of 3 yards, but that back, he deserves a lot more credit on the play. That could have easily been stopped at the line, but his vision and his determination found some space to turn it into that modest gain.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. To throw now, Dart. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That right there, career catch number 541, and that's significant because it ties him with Hall of Famer Kellen Winslow, who also obviously played the tight end position.
Yeah, and helped revolutionize it when he was in San Diego. But how about what we're seeing right here? You're talking about 541 catches at the tight end position. You talk about lofty territory, rare air. He has a lot to be proud of in his career.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
At the 45-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they're looking at a second down and 9 to go. Henry running right. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing, Dart. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Commanders are going to take over here up near the 40. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to watch and know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
42-yard line.
Again, it's Pacheco. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now Purdy. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Purdy. That's to Bowers once again. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Purdy looking to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Juwan Bentley. And the Giants are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And I think the ball's out.
Wow, that ball is not free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. That's caught by the tight end, Harrison Bryant. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down. A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week one. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game is his team right at the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day one.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 41 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
19, go!
Again, it's Henry. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
But that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
From the 43, here's a 2nd and 5. Now Dart. Has his man, it's Shakir. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
And it's 3rd down.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. Well, he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. And this will be a long field goal if the skies were clear. But here in the rain and the elements, they'll go for it on 4th. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. That right there, Charles, I think is a prime example of what they're scared of. They said, yeah, you can run. We know you can take off, but be smart. He got hit pretty hard there.
A lot of these young quarterbacks, they like to tell us that they become running backs when they take off. But they have to remember, at all times, they're quarterbacks. Protect yourself. Slide. Get out of bounds. Don't take that kind of hit.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
And Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. But no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. They'll run. It's Henry. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. Derrick Henry denied here on 4th down. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together and maybe get in field goal range. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Jermaine Johnson credited with that sack. And this offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And they've been kept off the scoreboard in this first half, but here toward the end, they're trying to change that in one fell swoop, but that winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Though certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up. Back to throw, Purdy. It's taken in by Quentin Johnston. Finding space at the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call it down at the 44.
Well, that return had all the trappings of really good scouting. You could tell that they thought they saw something on tape that they could take advantage of, and they dialed it up at just the right time to give them a great return.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. And what's the game plan, Charles, for the 2nd half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people would think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
At the 45-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. 52 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Another 6-yard carry, same as last play. 1st down.
Washington, 1st down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Now it's second and 10.
Brings up second and 10 at the Giants' 32-yard line.
Throwing here, Purdy. Pass hauled in by Johnston. That'll give it 8 that time. And that will bring up third and 1.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll try for the first with Pacheco. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to fourth down.
No gain on the play.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They'll run for it with Pacheco. And he will have the first down at about the 21-yard line. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on fourth down.
21-yard line.
Play action. Now Purdy. And so close. He gets it to the one. Out of bounds right there. A good pick up there of 20 yards. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's first and goal. Harris is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
And maybe that's the magic touch right there. They didn't use him at all in the first half, at least running the football. But then they entrusted with some work down in the red zone, and he responds. One carry, one touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change their mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
Second and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Dart. He finds his target. It's Evans. And that's good for a gain of 6. And now it's third and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Dart from the gun on third down. This will go to Henry out wide. This will wind up a loss on the play. And that'll bring up fourth down. And the Giants send out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And it will be Washington football now with a first and 10. Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. This game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Giants are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Throwing his Dart. Throw left outside, complete. That's Evans. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And that will bring up second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing from the gun here, Dart. Looking Mike Evans' way again, and he's got another one. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A nice throw there by the rookie from Ole Miss. And he's got his guys a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. To throw is Dart. He finds Hopkins complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
You want to talk about the proverbial deer in the headlights. That's exactly what he was when he got the ball. Went to hit a lane and get upfield, and all he saw, extra defenders bearing down on him. Perfect time to dial up the blitz. An excellent play.
It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
Washington on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the 1st down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And his kick is indeed good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
27-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ballgame. A gain of 8 there on the play, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
2nd and 2 at the 35-yard line.
Hand off now for Pacheco. And a 42-yard line here and brought down there. 68 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
On first down, they go back to Pacheco. And he's able to get this to the 30-yard line before he's out of bounds. It's a first down, Washington, on a pickup of 18.
Washington, first down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Purdy now to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Here's Purdy. Short throw caught by Bowers. So 8 yards on the completion there. And now 1 yard to go on third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. They'll try and run for it. And boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
To throw now, Dart. A quick throw there is incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Here's Dart. Kittle catching the slant. And he's going to be marked down short of the first down. Needed the 40, but he's a yard or two shy. And the Giants send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Here's 1st and 10. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Over the middle, complete. That's Johnston. And he's going to be taken to the ground right there at the 35-yard line. Now Purdy. Right side to Williams. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And good work there in open space. He's got this all the way down now to the 32. Here's 1st down. Throwing, Purdy. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Jamison Williams, 32 yards. And the Commanders have taken a fourth-quarter lead. They do tack on the extra point as well. And the lead is now 14-10. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. On the return, Tyrone Tracy. A solid stiff arm. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Back to throw. He's got Henry.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
He'll look to throw. To Henry. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
First down.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And this will be a Giants first down as he's got this out to the 45-yard line.
At the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 10.
Now they'll audible to something else. Movement there on the offensive line. A little quick and a 5-yard penalty. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
Penalties not what they needed here. 1st and 15. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll look to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Commanders have just about sewn up this football game. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November. Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Washington going to send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10.
This is 1st and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
And he will get out of bounds to stop the clock as he picks up maybe 8, and that's all.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. It may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
Going right back to DeAndre Hopkins.
And he's brought down.
And remember, field goal does them no good in this situation.
You got to think they should be taking some shots for the end zone soon.
Well, this offense still has the one timeout here, remember. 1st and 10.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
Well, they'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
Back to throw. Going deep for Hopkins. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense has been so stingy all game long. No reason to think it's suddenly going to open up now. They took their shot, but this, like many others, falls incomplete.
So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long.
He's back to throw. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete. Now one more shot at it. Obviously, again, they've got to go for the end zone.
Well, we've seen it happen before. How about Aaron Rodgers throughout his career? He seems to pull it off about every other week. But if I'm the defense, I'm rushing the quarterback and making him move away from his throwing arm. That makes it a little bit tougher to get it downfield.
Now he fires deep for Shakir. And that is dropped. Oh, that could have been a near certain 6 points. He was all alone, but he could not look it in. My, oh, my. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in Week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for Washington,
that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.